Hi friends, welcome back to Alice Playworld, bringing you some more Heroes of the Storm. We're playing Illidan Storm Rage today. Let's have some fun.
My hatred is unending.
Welcome to the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Enemy team Zagara, Illidan, Raynor, Thrall, and Uther. Friendly team Nazebo, Nazebo, Nova, Uther, Leoric, and Illidan. I don't know. I'm sorry. Something's wrong with my face. Alright, the first town we're going to be picking up, we're going to play pretty straightforward Illidan. Nothing too fancy here, as we do miss that guy entirely. It's going to be Shadow Shield. Evasion grants a little bit of a shield, because we do have an enemy Illidan and a Raynor to contend with, as well as a Thrall. So they're going to have a lot of melee damage. Let's go ahead and make sure we avoid those basic attacks. Our abilities really quickly. Q is called Dive. We dive the target, dealing damage, and flipping to the other side of the target. Really good for body blocking / chasing, or getting away if enemy minions are behind us. Our W ability is called Sweeping Strike. Dash towards the target point, dealing damage to enemies along the way. If we hit an enemy, basic attacks do 35% more damage for 4 seconds. And of course, our E ability is called Evasion. Basically for 2 seconds, we avoid basic attacks. Our trait is called Betrayer's Thirst. We basically get a built-in battle momentum, as well as a little bit of Empiric Strike Assault. Sorry. We're not going to engage this nonsense. I'm going to go back to the top lane. Let's go ahead and just ding for danger, and I just need to sit here and be a little bit careful. I'm saving my cooldowns. It looks like Uther is going really deep. We're going to try to basically zone out. If they come near Uther, we'll jump on them, but we do not have that much health. So what we're going to do is just basically poke a little bit, get a little bit of damage there, and then walk away. We don't want to necessarily go on Thrall, because he can heal himself. All we want to do is make sure we're clearing the lane, we're pushing back. Let's go ahead and pop that evasion as we go in here. We do get stuck, doing as much damage as we can, jumping on Thrall. Here comes the sweeping strike, and then we're going to dive on the other side, do a lot of damage. Again, evasion, now jumping on Illidan now that it's gone. And as you can see there, we did poke him enough, and now we're going to continue to poke the lane. The most important thing you can do while you're facing 2 melee assassins in the same lane is to make sure you put a lot of damage on the minion waves, because they're not going to be able to take the damage from your guys, and you can push the lane back. We're actually going to force them down. The only sad part is now they're going to get a lot of free gems here, because they're going to shoot these things with the... They're going to shoot these things with the towers, but that's quite alright. It looks like Uther going really deep. We got to back out. Enemy Uther coming in for the stun. Not a big deal, though. We managed to get out of there, no problem. I'm actually going to hit up the healing wall to save him a little bit of mana. Now I'm going to go really deep on the enemy Uther, popping that evasion, jumping really deep. Can we get the dive? That's a lot of damage. We do pick up the kill. Now with a sweeping strike on Ada here, as the enemy team is going to try to chase me. And now we're going to turn around now that the enemy Illidan is out of their evasion. We're going to do a little bit of damage, trading a little bit, and now we're rooted. We're going to have to be forced to walk away, but not a big deal, as you almost get chain lightning there. And I'm pretty sure we're basically winning the exchanges, even though the enemy team did force us back a little bit. We picked up a kill, did a lot of damage, and now they're all going to be low on mana, except of course Illidan, who doesn't use mana. I'm going to continue to push the lane. It looks like the friendly Uther's going really deep. Noah almost picks up the kill on him, but I think the experience denial is what we're trying to go for here, and might as well try to get experience ourselves while they're doing that. It looks like we're slightly ahead. It's kind of working, so we do have a good rotation in the middle lane. We now have 10 gems. Might as well hand this in, although if Noah wants to jump in here on the enemy Uther, I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. We're going to be able to basically sweeping strikes, do a little bit of damage, and then just scare him off for the time being. Let me go ahead and hand in, because nobody's on me. I don't want to have these many gems on me, and then return to the top lane to try to soak a little bit of XP. At level 4, we're going to be picking up... what are we doing? I think Thirsting Blade makes sense right here. Basic attacks are going to heal for more, because we do have a Thrall who has a lot of sustain. So we're going to basically come in here. He has a lot of sustain, so what we want to do is basically compete with him while we're in lane. I think it's a sensible thing. You see it do a lot of damage. We do force him back, and now there's no need for me to keep trading here with him. Although it is costing him mana, so why not? Let's go ahead and pop evasion, chase him a little bit. Oh, we need to get out of here because the Illidan is jumping on us. You can see that he doesn't really do that much damage. We popped up our evade. Now within range. What we need to do is just basically stay within vision of these minions to get a little bit of XP. Let them push into our tower. That's quite alright. I can't really 1v2 them. Leoric is coming this way, it seems. So it should be enough. All our towers have plenty of ammo. It's just a matter of me cleaning this up. No problem. Bring up a couple more gems. And then warning our teammates that they're probably in the middle lane trying to hand in. It looks like our friendly team is a little bit unmatched there. Not a big deal. We'll continue to stay up here, I suppose. We're going to jump on Thrall really deeply. I was waiting for the Wind Fury to come out. It never did. As you can see, we're doing a ton of damage. There's the Wind Fury. He was waiting for my evade to definitely be gone. A little risky on his part, but it definitely paid off in the end, because I was not that prepared to... pun intended. I was not that prepared to deal with what he had going on. It looks like we're going to be able to grab these gems, let the lane push a little bit. I don't want to be on the wrong side of this little smoke vent while Illidan's out there, because Illidan can just come in here and jump on me, no problem. Can make my life really, really difficult. Let's go ahead and stay in here within range. Make sure we get the XP from these guys. I'm going to let him push the lane a little bit. Don't want to go too aggressive because what I want to do is make sure I can get some XP and gems, which is the most important part. And if I push too late, there's a possibility of them ganking me here in the bottom. So for the moment, we're just going to be content with letting him come in here. Let's go ahead and pop up our evades and stay within tower range. If they want to come dive, that's perfectly fine. And now we're just going to kill these guys, pick up a couple more gems, and continue pushing the lane. I'm kind of waiting for Nova to come up here. I feel like Nova will be a good sign. Let's go ahead and evade here. It does look like he does chain lightning. Doesn't do much else. We are level 7. We pop our evade, trying to trade in here, and then move back. Just doing a little bit of poke damage. Remember, we want to try to kill the minions as often as possible. However, we have plenty of ammo, so might as well do it now. And get in this side and just basically clean it up without wasting too much ammo. It looks like Nova in a good spot. She's going to try to jump there on Thrall. I like it. Let's go ahead and body block Thrall. Popping our evade and going really deep on him. Doing a ton of damage. Can she shoot him? It looks like she's not going to be able to. Let's go ahead and try to sweeping strike. We do die with 14 gems, though. I was kind of waiting for a snipe that never came. A little bit unfortunate there if they do pick up a double kill on us, and we'll lose a lot of gems. I don't know if she couldn't see. I don't know. Maybe she missed? I have no idea what happened there. I was sort of expecting her to blow him up, and then I was going to be able to get away. But two of them had too much damage. A little regrettable. 1 kill to 2 now from the team. Stats-wise, Nasiba with 7,000 hero damage. The enemy Cigar with 9,000. That's really crazy. And of course, Siege-wise, Leoric leading the pack. They were 20,000. Let's go ahead and pick up first aid right now. This is going to allow us to basically be able to tank that stuff that we weren't able to tank. Let's jump on the enemy Illidan. We can now out-train him a little bit. I don't think he has first aid. No, yes, he does. So he picked it up as well. Can we get a good stun? Let's go ahead and dive on the other side, do as much as we can. Sweeping strikes back this way. He's going to try to jump. We're going to dive him one more time and basically almost get him. Maybe he can get a W out. It doesn't look like Uther went for it, though. So we're going to run back here. And basically now we have to be forced to defend this nonsense. A little bit annoying. Focusing all our attacks here on the main lady. Only using sweeping strikes when we can because dive is really not that much damage. It looks like Uther's taking a lot of damage from these guys, but he can heal, so he's alright. And basically this top thing's not going to do too much damage. We do kill her before she does her first bombard. Now we got to cycle down to the bottom lane to try to help out. Look at the front of the team already cleaning these guys out. Can we get any sort of damage here? It looks like, oh no, we cannot. And now we're in a bad spot as we walked in at the wrong time, ate a lot of bailing damage, and can't really do much else. I want to try to go bottom and try to defend that because we definitely need to kill that before we lose too much. We lost the tower and the gate, so well, we definitely need somebody down here. It looks like the front of the team finally coming. We're going to take a lot of damage from that, so we're going to wait till she casts it. Sadly, pop that evasion, jumping on Illidan if we can. Just trying to basically shoot him out of here and then jump on this spider lady, trying to get the kill. Preventing her from doing too much. We are level 9 finally, although the enemy team is almost level 10, which is not a great sign. Let's go ahead and grab these gems to continue to clear here. We would have gotten another bombardment if I hadn't died. We finally have enough. I'm going to try to basically stay down here. Ooh, Zagara is here. Not a great target for me to try to go after, but let's go ahead and just poke a little bit, harass her, make sure. Actually, I have evasion, so let's just make sure we kill the Hydralix fella and then walk away. We don't want to get hit by that. Popping first aid, staying within range just to get a little bit of XP. You don't want to go too crazy. The tower is already almost out of, sorry, the keep fort thing is almost out of ammo. Keep that in mind, but we cannot really dive her. Almost level 10, continue to stay in lane. Don't want a team fight until we have that equal advantage. Let's go ahead and wait to see what our enemies picked. Let's keep an eye on the minimap. It looks like the enemy Illidan did go Metamorphosis, which means I'm going to go Metamorphosis because it's going to be really hard for me to counteract trying to hunt them. Let's go ahead and get out of here. The enemy Hydralix is going to set on us. In fact, I'm just going to walk away. We are level 10. We do have a Web Weaver thing. That thing is going to die. I need to get a pick here in Zagara, I guess, because right now, at the moment, we're basically, I'm keeping her occupied. She's going to try to continue to pull. Oh my god, this Hydralix nonsense. It's really driving me crazy. We continue to drive out here, get him surrounded. The Hydralix finally dies. And we do have spiders coming. I might as well I'm going to go deep on her, man. I'm going to go deep on her. Oh, she does maul me at the last second. 2 seconds till we can get our first aid. Let's get out of here. Avoiding those banelings. Almost picks up the kill on us. I desperately need a little bit of help down here. Cigar's doing such a good job of zoning me out. And again, I'm not an Illidan player, so most Illidan players can probably dive in a little bit deeper than that and kill her, but I don't want to waste some gems. I'm actually going to rotate now middle, let her deal with this, and try to pick up a kill on a fort or something in the middle lane as we do engage here. Looks like the enemy Illidan trying to jump in from behind. Can we get on him and flank him? He might Metamorphosis on top of everybody, and then we're going to Metamorphosis right back. We're diving really deep. Here comes the dive into the sweeping strike, doing a lot of damage, and we do pick up the kill before we can do anything. And as a matter of fact, just killing the fort and at least getting a little bit of advantage. Looks like the guard did get pushed back thanks to the spider, so it was actually a good call what we did. As we're going to be able to pick up the kill there on the tower as well. And that should be the extent of our push. We shouldn't go any further because at this point we're getting definitely overextended. And we got to cycle back. I'm going to suggest somebody comes down here and helps me kill Zagara. If Leoric comes, that would be huge. We're going to be able to clear out the middle lane, continue to push this nonsense, and then get on her. It looks like Leoric is jumping down there. Let me go ahead and follow her. Follow him. Is he not? Is he not? Are we not? Come on. Come on. Come on, Leoric. Come on, Leoric. Let's go ahead and just metamorphosis right on her. Dive over just because I didn't want to take that damage. And then pop first aid as I kill this stuff. Clearing up the gems and just clearing everything out. You might think that using my metamorphosis on Zagara might have been a little bit of a waste. But I did have the Hydralisk on me, the Hunter Killer. And on top of that, I think I was going to eat a lot of Banelings. So I panicked. Rather have a little bit of a buffer there when it comes to the health. And we do pick up the next bombardment. Let's go ahead and pick up a new talent. It's going to be, at this point... let's go ahead and pick up Giant Killer. It's going to do a little bit more damage to tankier targets, like, for example, Thrall and what's his name? Raynor. Yeah, so it's going to do a little bit more damage. We're going to make sure we pop our evade here and then just walk away from him. We're trying to lure him in. If he goes a little too crazy, Nova's going to be able to jump him. However, now he has the help of Uther. We need to be a little bit careful with this engagement. We're going to dive on him. We don't have our evasion up, so we're going to basically just poke him and then walk away. I guess Nova left? Where is she? Oh, she's in the bottom lane. Let's go ahead and try to go down there and help her out. Actually, she's not. I don't see. No, she's still up there with us. Sorry. I am blind. I'm going to try to come in here. It looks like our friendly team pushing really severely on the bottom lane. I'm going to go ahead and auto-attack this. It's going to give me a little bit of health. Enough for me to get a little bit of space. And now let's go ahead and jump really deeply on Uther. I'm going to dive on the other side of Zagara, doing a lot of damage. Popping evasion. Not even needed. Let's go ahead and jump on the other side. Now we're almost out of tower range. We're going to try to pop first aid right here. Evasion comes out and we do pick up the kill. And now I got to casually walk away like it's not even my problem. We do lose Nasiv on the top lane. Let's go ahead and kill this fort as fast as possible and then get out. Because we do not find a fight. Thrall coming in here. I'm assuming he picked up Thundering. Yes? Yes, he did. Okay, so we don't want Thrall to come in here and basically ruin our day, so we're going to make sure we do our damage and get out. The Spider's still alive. It looks like the front team wants to continue pushing, but we do have enough gems to where now we made it worthwhile. Time to disengage and reap the advantage. Stats-wise, we are at 10,000 hero damage, and Z was at 24,000, which is nonsensical, along with the enemy Zagara. And of course, siege-wise, we have 54,000 for Leoric, 53,000 for Raynor. Really interesting match so far. You might say that we don't have a lot of hero damage done, and I would tend to agree with you there. But I think also we've not been part of the big team fights. We've been sort of trying to duel, been trying to basically fight one-on-one with Zagara, poke a little bit. So I think, I mean, we've made the place where we need to make it. We died one time. Never mind. It's like we haven't died yet. But I guess I didn't remember. We did die when Nova failed to get the snipe. I like how I'm blaming her. I thought Nova was going to snipe. Didn't happen. My bad. Let's go ahead and try to engage here. It looks like the enemy team going really deeply. Can we get on Thrall? I'm actually going to get on Uther because if we get him low, he's going to use his heals on himself. Let's go ahead and body block him right there. Doing a lot of damage. Oh, can we pick up the kill? No, we cannot. The enemy team forced back out of there. So we're basically just going to clear these mercenaries and continue to push. It looks like Zagara in a bad spot. Let's go ahead and body block her. Doing a lot of damage. I can sweeping strike, but I don't want to let her go. We do pick up the kill. Now let's go ahead and jump on the enemy Illidan. Let's go ahead and dive over him. Oh, almost pick up the kill as well. And now we're going to basically... Oh, I'm going to issue Metamorphosis right here. It's going to slow down the enemy Thrall, but they do manage to get away. And that was a little bit of a waste for us. We're not going to be able to push. However, I'm going to try to come up here, diving over Uther, doing a ton of damage, and he almost gets taken down. We boop up the evade, and now he does stun me, so I'm forced back. However, we get the kill on the fort, which is what we wanted, and now doing a little bit more damage on the tower as Raynor's taking a lot of damage here, being forced back. At level 16, we are going to be picking up Stone Skin because I want to be super tanky. Now basically he's going to make it force the enemy Illidan to basically pick up Stone Skin as well, or basically lose duels one-on-one versus me, which is a good thing because that means he's doing less damage to the friendly team. At this point, we're taking a lot of damage. It looks like Uther's health is a little bit low, as well as his mana, so we got to keep an eye on that. Whenever he gets really low, we got to back on out of here. I'm going to continue attacking the tower because diving is not a sensible thing for me to do. Now I'm going to do it to jump on the enemy Uther. He does pop that shield. Let's go ahead and jump on the other side of Thrall. That is going to be enough to pick up the kill. And now we're going to casually walk away as we pop our first aid because we're completely able to heal ourselves. It looks like the enemy Illidan wants to go really deep in here. We're going to sweeping strike, pick up the kill on him, pop the evade, trying to dive on the other side of Draenor. We cannot as we basically lose out of there. I'm going to actually dive on the other side of Zagara. She's going to take a lot of damage. Sweeping strike and then body block for the win. That's yet another kill as we pop the evade here. And now it's a matter of me actually jumping on the enemy Uther, basically poking him a little bit, pop that Stone Skin, jumping on the other side, and then basically just doing that to get away. I can actually shield a little bit for the friendly Uther as he gets away. We just basically want to make sure they can get out And that's all we wanted. I don't want to basically engage here. I just want to make sure he can get out. And doing a little bit of coverage here as we pop that defensive metamorphosis just to get a little bit of a health buffer. I don't think I need the damage. Let's go ahead and hand in some gems and then get out. It looks like Nova's going to try to help Uther out with those Banshees. As soon as I'm handed in here, I'm going to jump in on them. Trying to do as much damage as I can to make sure they die and they leave him alone. Looks like the friendly team going for the boss right now. A quarter of the way there. We're going to try to help. Not a great idea. The enemy team could definitely come in here, and they're within a level, so they can definitely fight us. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Oh, we do get hit by that stun. But we're just in time to pick up the boss. Zagara is finally making over here, and they're going to be forced to retreat. We should push with this. If people have resources, it looks like Nazeebo is trying to do just that. But we don't really have the full team here. Uther going back for mana. And now it'll be waiting for Leoric to engage so we can get a pick or two. Yeah, for the moment being, this is the only sensible thing. We don't have enough gems. Yes, they do. They do. So I'm going to continue to try to poke here if I can. The boss is going to get a kill, but the problem is I can't really beat two balls because if I get stunned by Uther, that's going to be a good game. And I have to warn the enemy Uther, the friendly Uther, to not go back. It looks like we do waste a little bit of a heal there. Here comes the Sundering. We do avoid that, no problem. Let's go ahead and drop the W. Jumping in here, as well as our Stone Skin. Trying to go deep on the enemy Uther, but we're taking so much damage while our Uther was in the maul. We die. However, the enemy healer does go down. Leoric dies as well, and now it's full time for the friendly team to retreat as our Uther gets caught out of position. That's a 3-for-0 trade the enemy team get with a huge comeback there. 13 kills to 7. So you can see that before that we had 4 kills on their side, which is really good. Stats-wise, we're now at 21,000, which is kind of respectable. However, Nova and Nazeebo leading the pack with a lot of damage. Leoric doing 25, really good. On the enemy team, 39,000 for Zagara. The enemy Illidan a little bit lower than us, and Raynor at 35,000. Siege-wise, Raynor still leading the pack on their side, and Leoric with 78,000 on our friendly team. Fairly even game, even though we have severe control of the map. It looks like our spiders are now pushing this bottom keep. Leoric and Nazeebo are going to try to do a little bit of annoying. A little bit of poking here on the enemy Illidan, who's basically going to have to hit and run that spider. Because the slow from Leoric can get him caught in a wall, which is going to waste his dive, and then he won't be able to engage. It looks like they finally do get a little bit of assistance here. Nova coming down. Gets a good snap on Raynor. That's a lot of damage going down, but not going to be enough. She needs to run away, as that was a failed attack. It looks like, oh, the enemy Uther with a great stun. I'm trying to make it out of there and help her out. Don't know if I'm going to be able to. She does get slowed down. Oh, and that's going to be a death. Not much I could do there. I could dive in to try to help her, but that would have just ended up me dying with her. So let's go ahead and try to get some mercs. We'll remember her fondly. We're going to go engage here, popping our evasion, because you know what? Whatever. Why not? And I'm trying to tank for Uther because, you know, I take less damage and I heal myself. But it looks like he wants to be really in their face. It's a little bit of a problem because, remember, I do need to dive and sweeping strike, which is a little bit annoying. And I guess we'll get the kill here. Get a couple minions pushing in the bottom lane. Those actually siege gens in the bottom are actually really going to help a lot. And now we're going to try to go in here. Good Metamorphosis is going to catch all 3 of these guys. Trying to jump in here. He's pop our evasion. Pop both our cooldowns preemptively, and now trying to dive on the other side. Here comes the next evade. I'm trying to jump on Uther. He's taking a lot of damage, but now I'm in a little bit of trouble. It looks like, oh, Thrall's so weak. Let's go ahead and jump on Uther now. Taking a ton of damage. He is popping his shield, but now he's really weak. Let's go ahead and dive again. Taking all the damage in the world, we pick up the kill, and now we need to run away as Leoric is going to try to shield us. It looks like the enemy Illidan showing right after us. We wait for his sweeping strike so we can sweeping strike while we get taken down. And now he's really deep, though, so hopefully it's slow. It looks like he does come, but it's a little too late. He's already full health, and Nazeebo can't do anything else but poke here. Although really low, great Metamorphosis. Can we get a good snipe from Nova? It looks like he does a lot of damage. Triple tap comes out, and that is going to be a kill. He drops a lot of gems. However, Zagara nearby to pick him up. The next triple tap, because we are level 20, he's going to do a ton of damage. Almost picks up the kill, and Nazeebo's just going to come here and poke her, dropping all those gems on the ground. Great play, although Raynor now with 78 on his own, just in the nick of time. Now we got to be focused on defending all this nonsense. We still have the bottom 4 to contend with, however, it's really, really low. We need somebody to defend it. It looks like Nova's going to try to come up here. She does get hit by that purple nonsense. And let's go ahead and pick up Demonic Form, because why not? Need to land it one time really well, and then it's going to help a lot. Noah manages to kill the top guy before we lose the keep, but now she has a lot of minions to contest with, and we're going to try to make it there when we can. However, the bottom 4 does fall as well. So now the enemy team very, very close behind. They're 1 keep down. They still have this keep, which is a little wounded, and then of course the top keep, which is also open. But that means they're still getting they're not getting catapults in the top 2 lanes, which means only the bottom lane is a little bit of our advantage. And that's really not that great in this map, because the longest lane, it takes a long time for that catapult advantage to build up. It looks like the enemy Raynor is what we want to get. So I'm going to try to come in here to see if he's trying to hand it in. We need to get a pick on him. We cannot let him hand him in by himself alone. He could just ruin our day. So we're going to try to keep poking here. It looks like the enemy range is right there. Let's go ahead and pop our E. Trying to get out. That Sundering does come out at the wrong time to save his life. But at least we don't have to contend with that ult anymore. And as he was chasing a little bit too deeply, I don't like that. Especially because we don't have Leoric, our tank. We're going to continue to zone here. Again, as long as we have vision of Raynor, we're fine here. That's what we want to do. Raynor is the guy we need to kill. We need to actually kill all of them because they're going to pick up his gems and not. But if we can get a pick on Raynor, get a pick on the healer, then we're going to be in a pretty solid spot to push without any spiders, which is what we want to do. If we can get a kill and a keep before we get the next bombardment from the spiders, it's going to make it really brutal because we don't want to have to collect 70 gems ourselves. It looks like the enemy team trying to cycle in here. There they are. We're trying to basically make their way to the hand in as we're going to continue to deny here. Here comes the Leoric. Might be going for the engagement there. He does get a little bit of health stealing, and now really good engagement there, but we get Maud, and now I need to basically come out. A good triple tap might come out. Here comes the Metamorphosis. We do pick it up, popping both our cooldowns, jumping really deep, jumping in here on Illidan. He's taking a lot of damage. He does get shielded. Now let's go ahead and jump on Uther. Then going to Thrall, and now finally Illidan without a shield. We're going to be able to catch him, no problem, jumping in front of him. I'm actually going to dive. No, I'm not going to dive anything. I'm going to walk away casually. This guy might be coming back to life. There he is. This is why it helps to know people's talents. Let's go ahead and body block him, trying to do as much damage as we can. And we basically do poke him a little bit, but not enough. If you know people's talents, you know that Uther can come back with that level 20 resurrection nonsense. So you want to try to go in here. But he is going to get away, which is not a big deal because what we want to do is get a kill on the keep to get some catapult pressure in lane. Three cannonballs remaining, which is just enough for us to do the damage and then get out of here. So far, we are shot up to 36,000 hero damage. However, the enemy Zagar at 53,000, the friendly Ziwa at 58,000, which they're doing great, man. It's not so much that we're not doing awesome, it's that they're doing so awesome. Let's go ahead and engage here on the boss, trying to get a pickup kill. If we can, we are tanking it, not a big deal. We're going to wait for our vision to come down. Then we're going to go ahead and pop our first aid. We do a lot of damage this way. And now that way Leoric doesn't have to take damage because he can't leech health out of this guy. And with our cooldowns, we're able to tank this the entire way. Not a big deal. And we're going to be able to grab the boss, which is going to be pushing the last lane we needed, the top lane. We get that last keep. We're going to be at a severe advantage as catapults pushing on all lanes are going to be huge. We're going to let the enemy team deal with that, it seems, and then going to try to pick up some mercs. I'm going to go help the Leoric first. That's a warn Uther, excuse me, that it's dangerous in there. The Leoric needs damage. That's why he's asking me for the ping. He can normally do this by himself, but it would take years. So we're going to try to come in here and basically poke these guys down really quickly. And because he is a tank, I can actually let him take a couple hits. I don't need to worry about sweeping strike this way or that way. I can just do my thing where you do pick up the mercs. And the friendly team stealing theirs as well. So now we have a lot of pressure in all the lanes. I'm going to go ahead and help friendly Leoric on the bottom lane as well to get those guys if he can. It looks like he's going to just ignore that. So if he's not, I'm going to stick with him, try to go with the team. It looks like the friendly team already engaging, doing a little bit of poking. Uther just managed to get out. Those Banshees are chasing him, which means we need to try to get in here and do a little bit of damage. I can't really target them, though, which is a problem. There they are. Finally killed. Uther needs to get out because he's very, very low on health. And now what we can do, we can either reapply our Metamorphosis, but I think I got a really good bonus. So for now, we're just going to hang out and try to go really deep in here. Popping both our cooldowns. It does look like Raynor pushes us back. Jumping on the other side of Thrall. He's going to take a lot of damage. And we're going to be able to pick up the kill on him as I walk away with my sweeping strike. Wait till I heal up a little bit. And now we're going to continue pushing here on the core. Just a matter of keeping the enemy team at bay. So we do a little bit of damage here. Let's go ahead and pop evasion. Jumping in here on the other side of Zagar. She's going to take a lot of damage. And we sweeping strike in, although the Gargantuan already picked up the kill. Putting pressure on the core. That's 40%. And that should be good game as we basically metamorphosize on this side. And we're gone. There it is. 19 and 3, 37,000 hero damage, 25 kills on the friendly team to the enemy team's 11. My name is Al. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.